Good afternoon and welcome to what is a wonderful day. The transgender cult has had its spoke fully jammed in its wheel. It's one of the 5 clogs of the woke culture, and I will be going through them back to back in a series. But I knew for 6 years I've been working on this because I knew all you needed was one of them to break down, and they'll all break down. And those are DEI, gender, transgenderism in its current form of cult-based behaviour. We've got critical race theory, identity politics, and climate change. Covers woke. Now, one of the biggest court cases of our day in this fight for woke or fight against the woke is ironically called Tickle versus Giggle, and it's in Australia and it's happening very soon. And Giggle is a female-only social media group started by Sally Grover in Australia, and she wanted a female-only social media group. Now, I don't see why she shouldn't have that. I can have that if I want. A male-only one. It'd be a bit weird if I wanted a female-only one. I don't think I can get many people joining, because I might be seen as somebody with ulterior motives. But I don't tend to join groups. But I see no issue with, especially now, with women having their own group on social media and saying only women can join this group. And she polices it. I saw her interviewed recently. She polices it very well, very hard, to make sure that men don't slip through the cracks. Because obviously that's then a big danger. If it's a women's only group and there are men masquerading as women, you have a toxic potential for some serious harm going on. Because if you think you're speaking to a woman and you're not, then there's a lot of scenarios, including meeting up and being put in a very dangerous sexual encounter when you find out that the person you're meeting is male face to face. Now, Tickle is Mr. Tickle. He sounds... His name is Mr. Tickle, and he is a middle-aged man, if ever you saw one. You just picture a middle-aged man with dark hair, wavy hair and facial hair. He's a trans woman, though, and that's his identification. He's suing Giggle because they won't let him on their platform. Because he believes he's a woman, because why wouldn't he? Because we as a culture, we let ourselves down so badly that even the idea that a man can pretend he's a woman got hold of our culture. Now it's trying to prove that he's not. Lift up your skirts. I want to see your tackle. If you've got tackle, you're not coming into the woman's phony spaces, mate. I'm not interested in that. But this is actually a real case, and it is going to go ahead, and it will decide how woke internal policymakers are, because externally, everyone's behind Giggle, behind this feminist website. But internally, well, they're going to have to make a ruling. And that ruling will be one of the first significant court rulings about woke society. Because this person is being refused entry to a female-only space. If they say that Giggle are in the wrong, that has huge potential to go badly for the rest of the female race. It means that effectively it will set the precedent that men with penises are allowed to walk freely and dangle them around in front of young girls in changing rooms and put them in sexual risky positions in changing rooms and bathrooms, which have already been exploited and already resulted in the worst possible thing that you can imagine. Which you've already imagined, because it's the only possible, really terrible thing that you can imagine. But it's happened. As far as I'm concerned, any man with a penis who's trying to get into women's only spaces is probably doing it for a reason similar to that. One guy was just there to watch them get changed and get an erection. So it's been a hard fight, and I admire Sally Grover because she just stood her ground and said, no, it's a woman's only space. You've taken already too much of our spaces. This one's for us. We're keeping it. And this guy's gone and made a big song and dance about himself. Now, Australia's not, I don't think their government is particularly woke. But there's elements in every government that are woke. We've got elements in ours. I fear Keir Starmer is one of them, or will be swayed by anyone who is. And America certainly have them in their Democrat Party is almost entirely woke. I mean, their president is woke as anybody can be. But I mean, I showed a video of him walking. I think he was walking with the president and wife of South Korea, and his wife. And they showed a good performance from Joe Biden, and all they showed was him walking down 5 steps and walking to the door. I thought, to be fair, that was a good walk for Joe Biden these days. He managed to get roughly to where he was and remember why he was doing it. But there was a moment of confusion in there. We didn't remember why he was there. And if you ever get to watch that, I'm sorry, I've lost it on my thing, but there's a moment of hesitation when it gets to the end, and he hasn't got someone holding his right hand. He thinks someone should be holding this hand. And he looks around, and then he sees the president of South Korea, just grabs his hand. So that's what he's supposed to be doing. That's the thing. So there's woke elements all over in the government, but they're all going down now. They'll all go down quickly one by one. I'll help take them down, but everybody should be involved because they're full of garbage, full of nonsense, full of self-importance, and frankly of little use to society. They haven't done, in the time they've had the opportunity, one good thing. There's nothing I can point to, and nothing anyone, none of my viewers, no one has ever pointed me towards one good thing that woke ideology has done for any part of the world. So let's get rid of it and get back to common sense and move on with our lives. Everybody with me? Hopefully. I won't know. Please do leave me nasty comments. I like to read them. They're very funny. And yeah, I will go back to being a family man with, moderate conservative liberal morals, if that's all right with the woke. But that makes me ultra right wing. I might hit that to them because I don't want them to get everything they want every day, every morning, first thing. So do vote. If you get a chance to vote no for woke and yes for common sense. I'll leave it there. If you liked it, subscribe and share. It does help. I hate asking, but it does help. If you didn't, you've already gone. So we're cool. Anyway, we've got one more coming up, so I'll speak to you soon. You have a good afternoon and be good.